I'm so much better than majority of you.
And I'm the queen bee, so eat it up and crown it. You're all welcome.
And I got a message from one of my friends saying they don't want anything bad to happen to me. And I get messages like that all the time.
I feel very attacked!
And you are a disrespectful piece of shit.
Illiterate! What the fuck is going on in here on this day?
Hello, little gherkins. Well, here we go again with another Pocahontas recap. I'm not even trying to do a lot of Amber content, but it's just nonstop drama right now, and I can't look away. But also, I watched almost a combined 9+ hours of Chantal's most recent content, and it was so boring there was no point in doing a recap. So, let's get into this wild Amber drama with her aunt, because I definitely have some thoughts.
Press 1 if you guys know the tea, like, that's currently going on with my aunt. Please press 1, just so I know I'm not talking into the void. I'm trying to just live my life over here. I'm, like, rearranging my living room. Next thing I know, my aunt's, like, popping off at the seams, which she did this years ago before. Like, she's unwell. I'll say that. She's unwell. So, long story short, actually, it is a very long story. I met my aunt in person, like, from my remembrance when I was 17. And I was living in California at the time. And I ended up, once leaving foster care when I was 18, I ended up moving all the way to Oklahoma to live with her. And I did it because my mom lived with her. And I wanted to live with my mom and near my mom. Um, I'm telling you, it was horrible. Like, my aunt is impossible to get along with, like, 100%. Especially, like, when you get an 18-year-old up in there. Like, we did not vibe at all, like, at all. XL Hoodie, I lived with both. My aunt kicked my mom out, and I was on, like, obviously, like, I've always stuck up for my mom. So then my aunt kicked me out because I was sticking up for my mom. So we both ended up living with my grandma. So yeah. It was impossible for a lot of different reasons. Long story short, we just did not get along at all.
I mean, we've seen the way Amber was with people she lived with when she was younger. Think of when she lived with Crystal and her family. She had zero issue letting them fully support her and do everything for her. I have no doubt her aunt got sick of taking care of Amber very quickly.
It's been very on and again, off again, talking, not talking. But I want to say in 20, let's just say about 4 years ago, maybe even 5 years ago, maybe even, yeah, I would say about 5 years ago, like, everything was fine. Before I moved here, it was like 2 months before I moved here. My mom and my aunt, who are sisters, so Mama Lynn and my aunt, I'm just gonna call her Tammy because I feel disgust. Like, I used to call her auntie, but literally she's nothing to me. She's nothing to me. I have forgiven and like, not forgot, but I have forgiven her too many times. And I'm just, like, done forgiving people, like, literally done. Um, so Mama Lynn and Tammy got in a fight 2 months before I got here. Not a physical fight, but like an argument. And it was a big enough argument that my mom was genuinely hurt. And I was like, I'm not gonna get involved. Like, I'm so excited. I get to be around my mom. I'm gonna get to be around my aunt. And I'm like pumped, So I was not involved. Me and my aunt were still super excited for me to move here. She was like, I'm gonna come over every day. Like, we were just excited, right?
One reason I don't like covering Amber is she gives way too many details when she tells a story. Gorl, spit it out. I just cut out a good 15 minutes of rambling for her to basically say she saw her aunt on Thanksgiving of 2023 and then reached out multiple times until February of 2024 and then gave up because her aunt wasn't reciprocating, and Amber assumes it's because her aunt and mom were arguing.
So today, my mom calls me and she was like, "Do you see what's happening?" And I was like, "What?" So my mom's like, "Do you see what your aunt is doing?" It's When I found out, my jaw was on the ground. I was like, "Mom, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna message her? Do you want me to? Because I might pop off and I'm a little scared of that right now." So my aunt's been, like, doing some weird stuff, trying to reach out to Snowflake and, like, I don't know, out of literal nowhere. What happened was my aunt literally saw me in distress in my live stream, hyperventilating, anxiety, crying about Emily, literally heartbroken. And my aunt literally sat there and said, how do I make this worse? That's unwell.
She's so dramatic. Gorl, the only thing in distress is your heart and knees.
But I messaged her today, and this is what I said. I said, I'm reaching out because I truly don't understand what's going on. Before I actually read this whole message, my mom messaged her too today and was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Because my mom is not a drama. My mom does not do the drama. My aunt popped off some wild, like unhinged, like narrative that isn't even real. Like genuinely, like I'm scared for my aunt. She almost sounds like she's like not fully sober. Like that's the best. That's how it seems to me. Like the things that she is saying is just like no, the craziest thing I've ever seen. Anyways, so I reached out to her today and I said, I'm reaching out because I truly don't understand what's going on. We have already talked through and forgiven each other for anything that happened years and years ago. Since I've been in Oklahoma, I have done nothing to you, yet you've chosen to ignore me because of an argument you and my mom are both going through, which has absolutely nothing to do with me at all. I went to Thanksgiving a couple years ago and thought everything was fine, but to my surprise, you have decided to outcast me, and because of the issues you and my mom are dealing with. I'm not the type to take sides. This is petty. We only live once, and family drama is not something I ever want to engage in. Now you're going online making negative comments about me, my mom, and my ex. You've seen how much I've been struggling lately via my live streams. You've seen the pain I'm in because my aunt, like, she's known for watching every single thing I post online, which is already really weird. You've seen the pain I'm in, even breaking down in front of thousands of people. I was crying and hyperventilating, truly heartbroken over everything that has been going on. And instead of offering kindness, you've decided to make it worse. You quite literally saw me hurting and said, you know what? Let's make it worse. That is the most unhinged thing I've ever seen. I don't know what you gained from this, but it's hurtful, it's unnecessary, and it says far more about you than it does about me. That is wrong, and I deserve better from someone I call my aunt. Her response was, funny how you reach out now, but not for the last 2 years. Goodbye, Amber.
All right. So we have the backstory and Amber's side. Let's get into what her aunt has to say. She went on Jordy's channel and it was something.
But I haven't been on any medication for, I don't know, 6, 7 years. I did go through 16 years of counseling, but of course, who wouldn't being in my family? That's just being honest.
What?
So I've had my day, I have my diagnoses, I have my labels, but I am mentally sound. I don't think that anything. Cannot take the lies, the manipulation, the victim.
The lies and manipulation, the victim. My aunt doesn't know me.
The total, absolute grossness of this feeder era. I just can't.
Feeder era? My aunt is literally saying feeder era.
And the final straw really has been building up, and I've been saying it, it's coming, it's coming. A person can only hold back so much.
You don't know me. We were fine the last time we spoke. That is the scariest part of this whole thing.
Human at the end of the day. And my sister only hold back so much. I'm human at the end of the day.
I'm human at the end of the day.
My sister and Amber have done me extremely wrong over the last 2 years, and I have remained silent. And I'm just done being silent.
Did you want to talk about how you felt that they did you wrong, or did you just want to talk about how you feel about her relationship?
Well, it's so much to cover, and I just think I would be talking around and around and around, but I guess that's a place we can start. As a lot of people, you guys have been following her a long time, just like me. I've seen every single video she's ever put out. I have tried to be a good aunt to Amber for the last solid, let's see.
Okay, so Aunt Tammy claims that Amber is a liar and a manipulator with a victim complex. She's bothered by Amber dating feeder Tommy. But I'm still trying to figure out what the triggering event was here. What did they do to her over the past 2 years to all of a sudden prompt her to go online and bash her? Don't get me wrong, I'm sure Tammy is fed the fuck up with Amber in general, but unless I'm missing something so far, it sounds like she just decided to wake up and rant.
She's saying she's pissed you didn't go to her wedding because you were too big but went to other places. Yeah, I could not go to her wedding.
She's clout chasing, probably. Yeah, I couldn't go to her wedding, and I didn't go to other places. Like, do you know how far away Kentucky is from Oklahoma? Like, I didn't go to other places. I didn't go anywhere. Billie Eilish, Wisconsin was a 2 hour drive. A 2 hour drive. You just didn't want to go to the wedding. No, I couldn't go to the wedding. I did want to. Me and Feline were actually going to go. And you know what's funny? She's mad that I didn't drive like 10 plus hours to go to her wedding because I literally couldn't at that time, especially because it was around the time where I hurt my ankle. Do you guys remember that? I was still healing from that. It was a mess. But yet I am, what, 15 minutes away from her now? And she never came to see me. Nothing. Ever since Thanksgiving. All because her and my mom got in an argument.
Okay, first of all, your dangling ankle happened in August of 2022. The wedding was November 1st of 2022, and you were out playing putt-putt golf with Wipey the week of the wedding. Amber keeps repeating that she couldn't go to the wedding, but why? What prevented it? I'm not saying it's not a bit unhinged for her aunt to do this if it's all because Amber missed her wedding, but also, Amber, at least be honest, that you just didn't want to drive to Oklahoma for a wedding.
I have so many messages and calls and just telling her, I'm not trying to replace your mom. I'm just trying to be your person, you know. I've tried to teach her on how to diet and exercise and make good choices and say.
She's tried to teach me how to diet and exercise even though she's gained all her weight back that she lost when she was doing keto. Yes, XL Hoodie, Tammy had an affair. That is exactly how she met her husband, by cheating on her other husband. Yes, that is correct. Moving on.
Save money, and this is even before she blew up on YouTube. Then she blew up on YouTube, and then she gets this, you know, better than everyone else mentality. She keeps all her girlfriends, every single one I have never met, even though I was the one constant in her life.
You never met them because we're in a completely different state, and you did meet Feline the day that Feline dropped me off and you came over here. And everything was literally fine. Like, everything was literally fine. All because you're having an argument with my mom, like, you're taking it out on me. Like, all because you have bed bugs and had to get rid of every single ounce of furniture you have, you're taking it out on me. I didn't give you bed bugs. I didn't do anything to you. I don't know what's happening. I'm almost going to be 35. Our drama that we have is from my mid-20s lower. Like, I'm genuinely just like, what?
Damn, exposing the affair and bed bugs, and Tammy ain't said shit, but you're a fat liar. Okay, Amber, we see you dry snitching.
I never got to talk to any of them, of course, so she can keep her narrative straight, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure she had lots to say about me to each and every one.
Ooh, if the shoe fits, ma'am. If the shoe fits.
But I guarantee you, it wasn't me being the bad guy. I've caught her and posted years and years ago when I was angry before.
She is talking about me in my early 20s. Here she goes. It's like, let's talk about the stuff from like the last 2 years. What did I do to you in the last 2 years, love? Like, what did I do to you in the last 5 years?
You just get to that point where enough is enough. I get a lot of messages you could imagine over the years, and it is a lot to deal with. And she thinks it's okay that she could.
It's a lot to deal with. Honey, you're engaging. You're engaging in it. You're creating that for yourself. Like, what do the haters say? Don't touch the poo? Like, you're not only touching the poo, but you're licking it and eating it. Like,
and put all my sister's business out on there for years with no cost. Now talk about my mom, things, people that are in her life now, but she's still bad-mouthing them. She's still running the narrative that she's this poor little victim. Amber had more chances than most people do. You know what I mean? Yeah, she came from a drug-addicted, abusive household. Oh my God, toxicity galore. Like, worst case scenarios. It is true. The difference is she was rescued from that, you know, put into foster care. Every foster care house she went into was better than I had ever dreamed of living in.
Okay, wait, what? Tammy. Gorl. Amber was a child with drug addict parents who was placed in multiple foster homes. That is traumatic no matter which way you cut it, and this is a fucking weird and wild take. Say what you will about 34-year-old Amber and how she behaves and treats others. Totally valid. But let's not downplay how traumatic that experience is and would be for any child. Stop that.
I'm sorry, but you know nothing about my foster care experience, and you should not be bringing up my fucking childhood. Like, you're genuinely insane. I did not know you during those times. I did not know you. I met you when I was 17. I think you held me as a baby. And that was it. That was it. I didn't even know you existed.
You know what I mean? She had those opportunities, but she squashed them, and she never...
You don't know what I went through in my foster homes. I have shared bits and pieces of these things.
Never appreciated them. She would talk mad shit, even
because I'm allowed to,
them
Binks.
to me over the phone while they're in the... talk mad shit, even about them to me over the phone while they're in their, you know, huge house and swimming in their pool and feeding her. Never good enough.
Where am I at? I'm in a huge house with a pool getting fed? And I'm yelling on the phone? I literally feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. I genuinely am so confused.
You know, so this goes
Wow.
way back. Way back. Everyone knows my sister was in prison, right? My sister was in prison for strangling our mom in a drunken rage. She loved to spread that. Never a dime on her books. It was me every single month.
When my mom was in prison, I didn't have much money. I can definitely admit to that. I did not have much money at all. And the fact that she's like throwing that out is crazy. And not only that, but when my mom was in prison, like, me and my mom did not have a good relationship at all. My mom chose drugs over me yet again. I moved all the way to Oklahoma to be with her when I was 18 after getting out of foster care. And my mom would leave me home while she, like, I had nothing. I genuinely had nothing. I had nobody. I had nothing. My mom and my grandma would leave me alone to go to the bars, to drink, to do drugs, and I was just left there. As an 18-year-old, I was reliving my childhood all over again. And this is not something that I ever wanted to fucking sit here and talk about, but like, why is she doing this? Like, I'm literally shocked. So when I was kicked out of Oklahoma, like, me and my mom did not have a good relationship at all. And for my mom to be in prison, I was grateful because that means not only was she sober, but like, she had a roof over her head. She was no longer homeless. She was no longer bouncing from man to man. She was no longer doing the drugs and the alcohol and the this and the that. And like, I'm so glad that she's the woman that she is today. And for my aunt to just like, I don't know the words for it, but to make it all like come up again and like the trauma of it all, like, it's not okay. Like, it's not okay. It's genuinely not.
Yeah, no, sorry. I can sit here all day and agree with shitty things Amber has done, but these are wild takes and aren't doing what Tammy thinks they are doing. Wow, a very young adult wasn't putting money on her estranged mother's books in prison? Was Amber supposed to get out of foster care and magically provide for her mother who never provided for her? Absolutely crazy take, and I'm not going to agree with someone just because they are against the Gorls.
Every single month, I paid her fines with her. I visited her. I did video calls. I drove long distances.
When my mom was in prison, I didn't even write her. Like, I didn't send, like, I wrote her this whole long thing. It was like updating her in my life. And it was, I'm a very long-winded type person. And like, I was gonna send it. I was, but something was telling me not to. Like, and then after my mom got out of prison, me and my mom did not talk for years. My mom and I did not have a good relationship. Like, you guys have no idea. And then it was when I was diagnosed with cancer. That is when her and I got really close again. Like, so I always look at it as like, me being diagnosed with cancer fucking sucked ass. Like, genuinely, but it brought me and my mom together. Me and my mom have had a rough, it's been rough. Like, it's been rough. And like, you know, when I was in foster care, my parents, my whole life, they didn't help me with anything. Like, obviously, I'm in foster care. I was neglected. And for my aunt to be sitting here, well, Amberlynn didn't give money to her mom when she was in prison. I'm sorry, but I didn't. But now if my mom needs anything, I'm there for her. This is so fucked up. Like, what is happening?
When my sister was homeless on the streets, I yelled for her name at the top of my lungs for 8 solid months in very dangerous neighborhoods looking for my sister. I have the picture of the day I found my sister. One of the happiest days of my life, but it's not even when she got well. It still took a while. It took her to go to prison. Amber loves to talk about that as the victim, even though she wouldn't even write my sister.
I am a victim of what my parents put me through. That is, period. Anyone would say that. If you were a foster kid, you were a victim. You are literally the most unsympathetic, unempathetic. I am your fucking niece. And this is what you're doing. I am your niece.
Am I missing something here? Like, am I crazy? Is there something Tammy is trying to say here that I'm not getting? You searched for your drug addict sister, and you're upset with the children she neglected to the point they were taken from her for what? Not putting money on their books? What?
My sister's been an addict since she was 11 years old. By the grace of God, she's celebrating 10 years clean and sober on November 1st. And yeah, I didn't want Amber anywhere near my sister to jeopardize her sobriety.
Have I jeopardized her sobriety? No. You want to know what me and my mom have done? We are closer than we've ever fucking been. And it has pissed you off. It has enraged you to the point that you were verbally abusing my mom earlier today in fucking messages. My mom read me every single thing that you said to her. How dare you? Literally, how dare you? I've never been closer to my mom than I am now. She is my fucking everything, my best fucking friend, my mom. The person who once put me through hell is now my everything because she has fucking improved so much. But look at you, you are the same crazy, evil, conniving aunt that I had when I was 17 years old. You need help.
She used me to go check out her apartment because her mom didn't have time or the want.
I didn't use you to go check out my apartment. You were willing to do a virtual tour for me. How was that bad?
Now, Amber, why would you need someone else to do a virtual tour for you, Gorl? It's virtual. Come on now.
But what got me here the other day was the feeder stuff that just recently happened with.
Oh, that's what got you. You saw your niece in distress, hyperventilating, crying on camera, heartbroken, embarrassed, and ashamed, hurt and used and abused. And you say, you know what? Let's make it worse. That's crazy behavior.
With Emily and stuff, I tried to warn my sister when I first heard of her. First, I said, that girl is not good for Amber. She's going to kill your daughter.
You have not spoken to my mom since I've known Emily. You have not spoken to my mom. What?
She's going to feed her till she dies like she did her wife, right? Oh no, we want to.
Her wife? Like, literally, you have all the information so fucking twisted. That wasn't her wife, first of all. No, that never fucking happened.
Those are valid concerns. Do I think this is the right method to try to get through to your family member? No. But also, Amber, let's calm down with the dramatics with Emily considering you're still talking to her.
Oh my God! I know. What do you do? How can you help? Yeah. How in that situation? How can you help? Really?
I can't, but it's so hard to let go when you've been wanting something for decades. And then it's like right there, the finish line's there. You know, I got married 3 years ago, November 1st, right? Mm-hmm. To the love of my life. We've been together
to the person that you cheated on your husband with. Yes, correct.
13 years. So on our 10th anniversary, we get married. Me and Amber is talking at that time, and I put my hand on the Bible and say this. It would have been one of the happiest days of my life if Amber would have came to my wedding.
I couldn't.
I loved her that much. I never gave up on that girl, no matter how many fights we got into, no matter how many times she outright just lied to me. She tried blackmailing me. I mean, the things she has done is incredible, but I still.
I'm trying to think of what I blackmailed her on, because that's not true.
I'm sure it's painful because you love them.
Well, it's become almost an addiction for me when you follow anybody, right?
She just said I'm an addiction.
Aunt Tammy is a hater confirmed. I wonder what sock account she uses to troll Amber.
It's how I kept up with her life.
Yeah.
I would watch her YouTube and then I'd comment to her because we were states away, building the relationship over the years. While all this was happening and the prison times and just all the drama, all the abuse, everything. But she lied to me every single time. Every relationship was the best relationship, the love of my life. They're so great. They treat me
Have you ever had BPD, bro?
so great until it's over. And then you guys see it like clockwork.
Yep.
But I have 13 years of text. There's never nothing,
I have 13 years of texts because I kept all this info, like files.
Remember when she was working at the place with Destiny, taking care of the elderly? I think these people talked about this years ago. But when I caught her in this lie, that's when I couldn't trust her ever again for anything. I knew she was capable
All
of
Phil's
just
diets. This is a
lying.
nothing
So
sandwich.
she
It's
lies and
just,
tells me that where
she's
works,
stuck in the past.
they don't allow
Yeah.
employees to bring their own lunch to work.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That you have to eat the food that they prepare for those older people, like cafeteria food kind of stuff.
Can't bring your own lunch.
Yeah, cannot. No. So I was just like, what the heck? So I can be vindictive sometimes when I get to my end. And when I get tired of something, I'm just like, you know what? This is ridiculous. So I call her work. It wasn't hard to figure it out.
Come here, babies.
As a lot of you
Here,
know.
it's just a little
So I
free.
contact her work
Come
and
here.
I just say something like, hey, I was thinking about applying for employment at your place, but I'm on a very strict diet and I pack my own lunch every day. Do you have refrigerator or an area where we can keep our lunches? Oh, yeah, we have a full kitchen, refrigerator, microwave, blah, 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 blah. Thank you very much. Confronted Amber about it. She had put a sign up in the room. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, JB.
She handwritten.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to bring your own food. And
She
then in the very
wrote
next
she
video,
wrote a sign.
the
No.
picture is down in this very same. Oh, it was just crazy. So I confronted her about it. She was busted with that too. So you can see even
Right,
the
Mary?
stupidest
I
things.
know, neat.
She created a sign that said no employees are allowed to bring back lunches, put it up on the wall, took a picture of it, and
On
sent it
God.
to you.
On God. On God.
Okay, a couple of things. Notice how Amber was trying very hard to distract from what Tammy was trying to say here? Not pausing the stream, talking over her, holding Romeo. She was trying to get past this part quickly. Which is kind of weird because really this whole story just confirms Amber is a pathological liar, which we been knew. But also, am I the only one that thinks it's weird that Tammy called Amber's work to confirm if she could actually bring her lunch or not? Like, why does this matter? Is there an underlying part of this story I'm not understanding? Amber is not her child going to school telling her mommy she can't bring her lunch to school. Amber was a grown adult. That's weird behavior on Tammy's part. Sorry, not sorry. Tammy gives control freak vibes to me.
I wanted to ask you, and it seems like my chat is pretty interested, if you're interested in chatting about the blackmail.
Okay. What I probably don't like a lot about me is I'm overly honest. I'm overly blunt.
You're not overly honest, love. You lie. You lie a lot.
I'll kill you with kindness, but when you ask a direct question, I am not going to lie to you. That's just the way it is. So, I was in a very abusive marriage for almost 16 years. The kind of marriage that put
Should I start saying, but how come when I lived with you guys it didn't seem abusive? Does that mean you're lying? Like how she does for me?
it's the fear in your soul to leave. The kind of man that looks at you in your eyes and says, till death do us part. And he means it. Okay? So, during the end of my marriage, I started going out with my mother to karaoke. My mom used to be a very, very good singer. Not only karaoke, but she used to perform back in the day in California. So it's something that we enjoy doing. I met a man at a karaoke show.
You know what? She might be drunk. She sounds it.
He was actually running the karaoke shows. And I kind of took a liking to him. And it kind of surprised me because I'm not that kind of person. I do value the vows of...
What does her marriage have to do with Amber? She's probably talking about the fact that she cheated on her husband for a long time. And I thought it was wrong. And like I said, I was early 20s. This was like, maybe I was 22. I might have been 22. And I just didn't agree with it. So.
Well, now, Amber, that's not all it was that you didn't agree with it. Let's hear her out.
Marriage. Very much so. And I will try everything before I give up. So when I started getting these feelings, it was kind of like, what's going on, you know? Well, I ended up falling for him, and I ended up having an affair with him. And it was, like I say, very, very different for me. My character, it was just something that you don't really plan, but it happens. You know, people can hate me for it, but it happens all the time, and it happened to me. So, and at this time, I'm living, I have kids still in the house, I have a couple grandkids. Like, it was a total secret kept from everybody. At that time, my sister's staying with me, and my sister doesn't know this is happening either. And I am going to come to the city. I'm living in the next city over.
But it's just like going to show that, like, bro, you're not perfect. Like, we all have our fucking bullshit. And it's like, I'm never going to sit here and just outright say it all. But you want to? Like, I could never be that person just randomly out of nowhere. You know, you guys, let's have a spill session on someone for no reason whatsoever. It's weird.
Amber, stop it. You have done that so many times. Need we remind you of Casey? Becky? How many people have you come online and told all of their business with no care in the world? Don't act like you're above it.
About a 15-minute drive, and I'm going to the city to go to karaoke to see this man that I am falling in love with. Also,
did your mom know about the guy that you were flirting with at the time? Okay, so she knew.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, 100%. And I told my sister, okay, come on. And I took her in the van with me, and we're driving to the city, and I tell my sister what's going on. So I opened up to my sister, and everything was good. Well, she tells Amber.
Oh.
And so I actually told the man the night before this happened, ironically. I finally tell this man, you know, I'm going to have to tell my husband.
I see where Amber got her storytelling from. Good Lord. Tammy spit it out. I could have told this in 3 sentences. You were having an affair with a man from karaoke. You took your sister to a karaoke night and told her what was going on. Your sister told Amber. Let's go.
Very next day is when Amber tried to blackmail me, and she said things like,
Mary.
And it was to try to get my sister to come live with me again, because I would not let her back in my home. She said, I wonder what your husband would think if she knew you were doing what you were doing with the karaoke guy. And that's how...
Oh no, 22-year-old Amberlynn didn't like seeing her mom homeless. So she blackmailed and said, oh, I wonder what your husband would do. Isn't that what she's been doing this whole time? Like, what are you... I'm literally so confused. Holy fuck. I'm lost.
I mean, it shows how much of a manipulative snake you've always been. Like, I get you were in your early 20s, but Gorl, this shows the kind of person you are. Who else have you threatened into silence or submission by holding things over their head?
I walked away from that marriage, and then I ended up getting with that man, and I'm happily with him 13 years.
Oh my God.
That's not blackmail, Spooky.
I love that.
That's not blackmail.
Story. He is the cream of the crop. So,
Oh my God.
They say love story, but their marriage is so boring and lame that they had to get a girlfriend on the side.
Are we kink-shaming Amber? Careful, Pookie. Tommy might get excited and make you eat burgers and nuggets from McDonald's.
So, I mean, I guess it's really anybody's guess. But, I mean, just personally, I think that Amberlynn would prioritize her own relationship and trying to hang on to Emily. And if that meant doing something risky with Rarity, I think she would.
Because you're a fucking sick freak and you probably would. Look at your fucking eyes, especially when you're in your car in the van and doing your stupid little vlogs that I have to watch through Yo-Yo Mama because I don't miss a single thing that he watches. And I have to see you in the fucking, sitting in some weird parking lot eating your fucking food all the time because that's the only thing you know how to vlog because you don't do anything with your life but play fucking World of Warcraft and fucking pay attention to every fat girl on the fucking internet, especially Amberlynn Reid because you're obsessed with her. So yeah, that's what you would do because I can see it in your fucking eyes, but I would never fucking do it.
Oh, she thought she ate down when she stuttered through that.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. You know, and I was gonna, when I heard that she hates Snowflake so much, and of all the people for Emily to talk to, Snowflake, and da-da-da, I looked at my husband, I said, well, I guess when I'm ready to talk, I know who I'll talk to. Because Snowflake so much. You know, and I was gonna, when I heard that she hates Snowflake so much, and of all the people for Emily to talk to, Snowflake, and da-da-da, I looked at my husband, I said, well, I guess when I'm ready to talk, I know who I'll talk to. Because if it...
Wow, how weird is that? Vindictive fucking see you next. Are you kidding me? She watches this with her husband. It's the weirdest thing in the world. You can tell he wants to end the conversation. That is crazy behavior. Like, my aunt saw me. This is crazy. My aunt, the one who's supposed to love me unconditionally, she saw me. She saw me. She saw me live saying, Emily broke my heart by going to Snowflake. She saw me distressed, anxietied, heartbroken, and said, let me do it ×2. Let me do it with a remix. All for what? All for what? That's like me looking at her pain and saying, ooh, let me do that with a remix. Like, are you kidding? Like, what is, like, that is crazy. Like, I know she's watching right now. You are insane. You are insane. My mom and I will never speak to you again.
Amber is dramatic, but I also don't disagree with her here. This is unhinged behavior on Tammy's part. I'm still not understanding why she's doing this.
She mostly doesn't like Snowflake because do you know the reason why?
Because he points out factual stuff about her?
Well, specifically, he has made videos talking about SA that Amber has experienced, and he has cast doubt on some of the stories that she has had to say, and they kind of butt heads.
SA against her, or?
Yes.
Okay.
From a cousin or something like that.
Oh,
But I understand this is a very sensitive topic, so I mean, if you don't...
I hate that Jordy had to like bring this up because that was his way of like trying to like get my aunt to say something about it. My aunt was not in my life at that time. I was by my cousin when I was 7 years old. I told my mom when I was 12. That is something that happened. And that lives with me every single fucking day. Every day.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of the details. She has told me about it. It was on her father's side.
Okay.
I think at one point when she was removed from the home, she did stay with her dad's sister or stepsister. I don't know the people. And that's when all that, if it happened.
Gotcha.
I don't know the details of it. Yeah.
Well, there's mainly it's the things that he has had to say in regards to that with Amber, and that's specifically what she does not like about it. I mean, in addition to being a reaction channel and critiquing her content and stuff like that.
Okay, I'm tapping out. Listen, I think that a lot of the points Tammy has are valid, and I can absolutely see why she wouldn't trust Amber. why she's fed up with Amber, why she doesn't want a relationship with Amber. All of that is valid. What I'm still not getting and never got through any of this is why she's doing this now. Why did she decide to do this now? What triggered her to come online and start spilling tea? I don't know. I think this is just wild in a lot of ways, and I'm not really understanding what she's trying to accomplish here. Anyway, I'll see you later, little gherkins.
Let me tell you right now, I hate food. More than anything. Ask me how I'm doing. I'm standing here in utter shock. Goodbye.